Hey, what's up? This your boy Elijah, and I don't know, a little cynical, aka
Don't be
several
putting
other names,
alias on
other names, not your real
my
name.
life, but the
Okay,
government knows who those cynical
good point. And so we're back with another video. How I see it. In this video, we talk about how we see it. More so is how my wife sees it. I just want to have an understanding of a video that I came across with Anton Daniels and a lady named Brix, I believe, something like that, Brix Fitness, and there was a conversation that was had between the two, and I wanted to get my wife's perspective on it. Okay, and she has not seen the video, and so I wanted to get her original response. All right, are you ready, young lady?
ones.
It's about professional women. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Wrong button. All right. What's up, Dante, man? All right. So here we go. Press play. All right. Let me see if I can find it. Can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, type yes. What do you think about that question? I went back too far, but I'm just interested in your take on that.
That all women have a price.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a in this day and time. It's kind of distasteful to talk about because it sounds like a woman is like um selling herself in such a in sort of way, but it's not uncommon, and especially considering history. Um, everybody, there's such a thing called a bride price.
Okay. So do you have a price that you like? You know what? If I was to get remarried, if I had to get married, if I had to do it all over again, or before, would you even
Like
think about a
without
price?
children?
Yeah. Was you thinking about a price?
No.
Okay.
But
Why?
then because I wasn't thinking about anything concerning marriage until I met you.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't even like seeking that.
Oh,
So
okay. So what do you think?
there's a lot of things that I know now that I wouldn't. I think I just kind of got lucky.
Okay, got you. So thank you. I think that's what you said about me. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. So so do you think most women have a price then? Since you're saying that you didn't necessarily have one.
I think um, yes, but I don't think they know that particular number is. I don't think they think they have an idea in an abstractly. They think they have a lifestyle, but like when you tell me when we're doing the budget, I don't usually tally up what that would look like in dollars and cents.
Okay.
And in that way, they're able to avoid the thinking that like they're selling themselves or something.
All right. Let's see if she's able to give an answer. Why was that funny?
It was just like what I was talking about. Like they don't. In order to like listen, when we put down the budget, right? When we're doing the budget, or when we're looking at, or we're planning something, and we have to consider all aspects of a situation. Um, it makes one feel uncomfortable, especially when it comes. Well, not even when planning something, but you have to consider everything. And so when you're talking about yourself, that means that you're putting a value on each and everything that you're bringing to the table, right? Do I meet up to this dollar value? And that's where it can get uncomfortable.
Oh, I see. Okay, I understand. Why did you make that face? Why did you make that face?
She's avoiding the number again. Like, I'm thinking that she's about to, I would like him to make boom, you know, and she said nothing at all.
Why do you think she took so long?
Again, she does not want to feel like she's selling herself.
Okay.
And it's uncomfortable. She doesn't want to sound like a gold digger.
Okay.
And that's and I think that's kind of unfair. An unfair moniker that happened like in the early 90s and in the 90s. It's unfair to say that someone is a gold digger when they have a standard. Now, the flip side of that, a gold digger is someone who asks for things and they're not worth that money, and they don't give on the other side of the equation. It's fine for a guy to have and provide everything. But then are you going to provide on your side of the bargain?
Yeah.
And a gold digger doesn't have any emotional investment. Again, a gold digger doesn't have an emotional investment. I don't believe that's necessary for a marriage. You don't need emotional investment. You need commitment. So the gold digger is not committed. So she doesn't want to look like a gold digger, and she doesn't want to put a price. It's like, now that's complicated. You can tell she's struggling.
And she's been married for a while. Her husband talks about earlier that her husband bought a Range Rover. She says that, I have.
She's married now.
Yeah, she's married now, and she.
So
but the question is, if you was to start all over, and you had to start all over, would there be a price that you would that the guy would have to have because you're used to a particular lifestyle?
I don't see why. Yeah, exactly. Why would she say that? I'm used to a particular lifestyle now. Knowing what I know now, my husband makes this amount of money. I know I like this lifestyle. This is what he needs to meet. That would whatever $150,000, $200,000.
But then she would have to communicate why she deserved that type of guy.
All she needs to do is list off all the stuff she's already doing. Now the problem is that is the stuff you're already doing worth that amount?
I don't know.
She's really pretty.
She stated herself that she's worked up to the point of being able to what she said, she deserved the Range Rover that he bought her because of the, all the meals, all the whatever, yada, yada, yada. She listed some things, maybe 3 things or something like that says that, and she's putting her time for that to be.
And she's stayed fed and she looks nice and keeps herself up, looks like.
Yeah, let's get back into it.
I don't either. Oh my gosh, that's Cap. Oh no, that's Cap.
Okay. All right.
That's how much you make.
Okay.
I don't see our Range Rover. And I definitely, if you could get the Range Rover and you thought I wanted a Range Rover, we would have had one.
Possibly, yeah.
Even though we think whatever. But that's if you're a school teacher of tenure, that's how much you make.
She said
and she's okay with a school
but he
teacher's
just said
salary.
She's lying. But you see how she
is lying. Look at her face. She's like, oh gosh.
But y'all gonna kill me if I say 100,000. So she
should just 100,000 is not crazy.
It is considering it's only 10% of the population.
What I'm saying is that it's not crazy if her husband already makes it.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I got you. All right, let's see what she.
Yeah. Pause. What is she talking about? I don't like women who do this. Let's stop beating around the bush, ladies. He's a super nice guy. He's emotionally invested. Women don't care about men's feelings like that.
Right.
Like, I care if you love me.
Okay, yeah.
But I know you love me by what you do.
Okay.
And you can tell even the women who are thoughty women, they don't care about how a dude feels. They care about how much they make or how much they get provided for. She wants it to be down to the emotional relationship. If we're starting over and you're saying to get in the door, to ride this ride, you have to make such and such money, you can't even consider the guy's emotional investment. Because you want, do not pass go. Do not, go straight to somewhere else because he doesn't meet a standard. And so she said 135, 140 is a comfortable. So in order for you even to get to emotional, that's what you have to make. And she's trying to overcomplicate it so she doesn't look quite as bad for deciding that's what she wants.
Okay.
And she's fine for wanting that. Nobody says it's wrong to want that, especially if she knows her lifestyle right now.
Yeah, good point. That's not.
I don't think the video's on the screen.
Thank you. That's exactly what his point was.
Pause. Oh. Once again, that's how you know she was capped. If I'm vibing with him, if it's an emotional thing, I can work with it. And as soon as he said, "Are you ready to go back to the Honda Civic?"
She said no.
She said that was hard. That would be a no.
Yeah.
So it's not about the emotion or whether or not you're vibing with somebody.
Wow.
That's your standard. Yeah, then we can move on to emotions and stuff.
Because that's one of the first questions is whether you do.
Yeah. Or, I guess so.
I would imagine. We haven't dated.
Yeah, I haven't really dated as an adult really much. So
yeah. So let's get it. That's not even the question I wanted to get to.
Okay, well then let's skip on to the
I wish
question.
I could. Trying to see if I can find it. Oh, here it goes. Here it goes.
I mean, that's my life. I don't know what.
Okay, so that's the question.
Okay.
All right, so now I'm going to play so you can get her answer.
All right.
Here we go.
It wouldn't.
She said she doesn't know though. Why you laughing? I was like, man, I really gotta hear what Jen wants to say about
She seems so nice.
She probably is really nice.
She's nice. She
one
wants,
of Anton's friends.
So she wants to seem nice.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can say. She sounds like she wants to seem nice.
Okay, so she also seems like she's talking as if no one can read her body language or her facial expressions. So
that's again.
What I'm saying, when people cap, they're saying it as if nobody can read what they're saying.
But you can cap and be manipulative as well, even with your body language. So in her body language, she's telling me.
For me, it's different. I can read those
I'm
things.
feminine, and I don't want to say the quiet part, the quiet part out loud, and I don't. Please forgive me. Okay. And if the whole body language says, you know what, this is a delicate topic, and it's really not. I'm very uncomfortable, so please forgive me. And I'm very feminine, and I'm, she is pretty. But she's using that to let people know that she doesn't want to give the cut and dry. All right. So the cut and dry is this: your standard is at least $150,000 starting off. She does not want to start a family or even be in a relationship without that.
Okay, that's true. All right.
So that's a no for her. Not a no. It's a no. It's a hard no because she knows what she wants. As far as what she's already doing. She has a child?
No.
Oh, she didn't even have a child.
She doesn't have children.
Well,
she's a professional woman. We haven't got to the question.
Okay.
The question is coming up. The question is coming up. What I want to hear your thoughts on.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Keep moving.
Okay. All right.
I don't believe any. No, I don't believe that. No. Pause. Oh my God.
That is what I wanted. That's the point that I wanted you to see, and I wanted to hear your response. All that other stuff is okay, but I wanted to see your response.
Give me a moment, because you know that my back gets up when I get it.
I know, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted people to capture the moment that I knew that I would.
Let me gather my words and
absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, for me, I was like, oh man, I paused it. I was like, I got to go find Jen. Like, I really got to hear what she got to say about this, because this is the conversation that we've had, and she hasn't even got to the part that that's like the 1A of what I wanted you to hear. Do you want to go ahead and respond when you get a moment? Because then I'm gonna let you hear part B of what she says about that.
I don't even know if I want to get there.
Yeah.
I'm already stuck. I'm already stuck.
You're stuck?
Yeah, because
just go ahead and give your response.
That mindset, it's. I don't know of a more damaging narrative that you can have it all. You can be the wife, the mother, have a career, and still maintain that womanly mother, whatever, first.
House clean,
whatever,
cooking,
whatever. First,
wife, yeah.
first. You're not even a portion of what she was just saying. She's a career woman. She's barely a wife. I'm sure her husband would disagree with me, but she's barely a wife. She's working.
Okay.
Okay,
I see where you're going.
You're like not even do the full wife things, right?
What are those?
Like staying at home, maintaining the household, being a helpmeet to your husband. I'm sure she's doing her own thing and doing her best to do that for her husband, but she does not give 100% of herself, of her time, of the vocation of wife.
I see. Okay.
Wow. So, you see, I think I was just watching something the other day. Women who are giving advice, like if, for instance, there was a whole bunch of women on a panel talking about how they could find the right guy. All these women are single, never been married, a whole bunch of failed relationships. And not, like, where are the married women who've been married 20 years?
That's exactly why we want
who've been married 30 years. We need wisdom to speak to a woman who is not even a whole wife yet. Okay, so that's part one. Okay. Now, if you want to add children to it, that's a whole other. Well, first of all, that's a whole nother dimension.
You mean second of all?
What did I say?
You said you gave two first.
Okay. Well, it should be first and first.
Okay.
Because your responsibility as wife, then mother, are like wife is a little bit
synonymous.
Wife is a little bit more important because you've got to maintain a balancing act of being a helpmeet and then also being the first teacher and mother to your children and bearing that responsibility and taking that on that mantle for you. Because again, being a mother is being your helpmeet because I am raising your progeny, right? Yes. That's a part of my work package. So first responsibilities, I have that to you. Then I'm adding another dimension of children. And in the children portion is teacher, caregiver, for conveying culture, conveying, teaching them how to live under the umbrella of our family. And then you want to add career?
And then kids. Oh, sorry. Then you want to add career, yeah. You want to hear what she has to say, or you have something else?
And then you say that you can maintain the womanly mothering compassion. You can tell she's never done or even like she's seen people do it before.
You think
right?
She has?
I think she has friends who maybe, who have who've been mothers or who are mothers, but she's never had to be a mother and feel the full weight of responsibility. Because she doesn't even have the whole responsibility of being a wife. Full weight of I can tell that she feels the weight of make sure that she looks good so her husband can look good.
Mm-hmm.
But the full, that seemed maybe that's her easy part. Obviously, that's her career. But let's add another weight to it that you are the teacher and the mother and everything to that next generation and have to be accountable to that. Okay. I don't think that takes it to the next level that I think she's being rather flippant about. And no, you cannot have it all. Something is going to have to wane.
Yeah.
And the career is always the first one to go, which is why the stats say what they say. Women, when they have their children and they're married, they tend to be like, you know what, I'm going to stay at home.
Mm-hmm.
Because they see their priorities rejigger. And as soon as she has her first child, how old is she?
I don't know.
As soon as she has her first child, second child, she's going to be like, oh no. Oh no. And I came to that realization in our 20s. I'm like, oh no, how can I? And I was working, and
you got married early too.
I mean, yeah, for our time,
But we was thinking about you trying to get a job, right? When we got here, we was like, you need to get your job. Even when we was back in East Texas, we was like, you gotta get a job.
It was easier for me to get a job in East Texas because everything was
Because you had a
supposed.
job when we had the first kid.
Yeah. And I worked all through Joshua's pregnancy.
Oh yeah.
And then
there
we
was
got
some challenges. Yeah. You think so? There were some challenges there for you?
I mean, not even yet, because the kids weren't even trying to even be in school. I had already was thinking about homeschooling, but I wasn't thinking about it strong yet because they were so young.
Then you also had them in daycare, right? So
I had them in personal daycare.
Personal daycare. So they wasn't even getting all of you until you went to go pick them up. Which I think that's people don't.
That's really, what I was frustrated.
Yeah,
with.
For sure. So she hasn't finished. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, I disagree with that, and I had put it in the comments like she's not a traditional woman. She is
not,
because she okay, and you say that right now, but I was like, why would you just say that she's a traditional woman when she's working?
Yeah, a traditional woman doesn't work.
All right, here we go. Not when she's married. We pause?
No. How old is she?
I don't know. That is what I wanted to hear. I was like, oh, I gotta hear what Jen gonna say about this. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So in my estimation, you already have your thought. I was like, so she has she wants to be a mother. 2, then she tries to phrase that so that people would not stone her. That I know that people are gonna say that I'm not a nurturer. Well, you think that yourself, because why would you make the position of that? You know what I'm saying? Unless you've had these conversations or something, right? And not to mention, she's saying that she has devalued her most important role by saying that she would throw away a career that she's built just to be a mother and to be a stay-at-home mother, right? And I wanted to hear how you feel about that as a stay-at-home mother.
I think I've had this conversation with you, and
I know, but I haven't heard it.
This is why you need to do premarital counseling. Okay.
Oh, I see.
You need to, not necessarily for the women, because the women want to be married, right? They want to get that, they've already locked in what their goals are. Be married, be provided for. That's one of their main goals. But if you're a husband or a potential husband who wants to be married and you want children children from her is going to be like pulling teeth. She thinks, and I don't even know what Anton is saying. She is not in any form or fashion a traditional woman. I think let's go ahead and let's go ahead and define what traditional woman is, because it's really what people mean is like traditional woman. I'm married. I think that's what they think, is that you getting married is a traditional woman. That is not what it means. To be married 50 or 60 years ago, 100 years ago, 200 years ago. See, this didn't change until the 1960s. So this is why everybody's keep on going back 50, 60 years ago. The purpose of marriage was to create stability for the rearing of children. Husbands would go out, hunt, work, whatever, bring home the bacon, right? In order to advance his progeny for the rearing of children. Wives would stay home and rear the children, whatever that looks like. She might have had a side job. She might have had, garden. She made, in the Proverbs 31 woman, she did work outside the home in order, but she was making stuff and then bringing it to the market. She was at home most of the time. Her main job was the rearing of children, not only just rearing of her own children, but she also brought wisdom to the other women, right? She brought wisdom to the other women who were coming up behind her, who needed to learn how to do these things. That is a traditional woman. The rearing of the children, the rearing of the legacy, and leaving. If that's not your main priority, I'm going to tell you right now, you are not a traditional woman. It may hurt. I don't care if it hurts your feelings, because at the end of the day, when me and you had that argument, and I had a discussion with another friend, a girlfriend, where she told me that she felt like I have so much potential, that I have so much to give, and that me just being a housewife and a mother is wasting it.
Oh, wow.
I'm not here to use my potential for the 6 billion people on this planet. I'm here to give it to 5 people. And I'm not even doing good at that.
I think you do decent.
I do okay.
Decently solid.
But what I'm saying is that me trying to do it for you guys, imagine if I was working. When I did work, how was that? How did it work out?
I was impressed with what you could do, what you were doing, but it was definitely like stressful.
It was a strain on me, and I took it out on you guys.
Yeah. I think we talked about that.
Yeah,
right?
I was mean.
That. Yeah, we did talk about that. Honestly, I think you do a good job. I mean,
I'm not talking about myself.
I know. I'm saying I have high standards though. So
okay, but I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about you are demeaning what you were made for. You bump the feminist talk, bump the whatever we've been taught throughout. We've been growing up. I was made to rear children. I was made to bear children and raise children. That is my highest call, and it's my highest honor.
It should be.
And at the end of the day, if you're a believer in Christ, and you may not be on the judgment seat, but you will be accountable, and they will ask, not your husband, but your husband as well, but you are responsible for your children. What are you going to say?
It's a great question.
I didn't want to give up my career. How trite and ridiculous do you sound?
Well, I don't think that she's mapped out this timeline.
I'm sure she hasn't. But think of it all in, like, even when Gianna, well, again, I guess I had already looked at Gianna's eyes, and she was already born, and Gianna's our eldest. Right away, I saw, oh, yeah, this is not going to work.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, I think, yeah.
This is not going to work. I felt such a burden. And you given it, that's how you know women, and this is, I'm kind of like in despair for women my age. I'm 30, I'll be 39 this year.
Woo-woo.
I'm in despair. You think that your highest calling is your career.
To take care of other people.
Look at everything that she has to give. What kind of, she would probably be an excellent mother to a daughter and create an excellent wife if she turns her giftings and all her education, all her knowledge. Hey, everything that you've learned and earned to this point was for your children. You can turn that to your children and say, this is everything that I've learned and amassed, and I'm going to pour that into you and give my husband excellent progeny. But instead of thinking that way, they think that they're wasting their gift.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you use your gift for your children?
But I don't know if she's a Christian, to be fair.
You sure enough right. Why don't you use your gift
still,
for your
though,
children?
even yeah, for sure. That makes sense. Hey, appreciate that, Neo Moss. Thank you so much for those kind words. We're gonna wrap it up. That was the main thing that I wanted to hear you say. Because from my perspective, you do a pretty good job to me. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm always gonna think that I can do better, you can do better, everybody can do better. Like, that's just my thought process. But our kids are learning, and they also have a respect for other people. They also are learning things that they would not learn in a school. You know what I'm saying? That they enjoy, and then they talk about it to other people. I wouldn't say that our boys would enjoy as much reading as they do if they were in public school. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that to be the case, because boys typically don't like to read. And then as far as social skills, because you talk to them on a regular basis, they're having adult conversations on a regular, which helps them to be more mature in some regard as far as having a conversation if you ask the right questions. They seem to not be that way when I come into the room. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? But nevertheless, you have the final words, and then we'll go.
I feel like her feeling like she's wasting her career is a waste of a beautiful mind that could be used for what God had for her. Even if she doesn't believe, even if she's not a believer, she's not a Christian or whatever.
That's fair.
If you're an atheist and you think that this is it, the only thing you have for the future are your children, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you can do is make your mark. Why not pour that into the next generation?
Because they saw Clair Huxtable.
And this is, we got to talk about that.
We'll do it on another episode. But that's what I had in the caption.
But this is why I'm in despair for last couple of generations of women, including mine, and coming after me. It's not okay. It is not okay.
Hello.
To think that you're wasting your life by raising your children. That's how we've devalued children. Crazy. That's how we devalue life. She's okay. She'll be very happy with 2, so that's not going to overburden her life.
That's what it is. Well,
you're not a traditional woman, man, and I'm so sorry to tell you.
Wow. And that is it, young people, all of those that have tuned in. Appreciate the time. Shout out to my wifey, my helpmate. Is it helpmate, help me?
I think it's help meet.
Because it's like help me. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know.
I'm helping you meet something.
Okay, you helping me meet my goals. That's what's up.
I'm sure there's a
Well, thank you for tuning in. This is your boy, Elijah, and Lil Cynical, a.k.a. several different words that you can find out somehow. You can follow her on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, some way. But I'm trying to get her to do her own podcast. Can y'all let her know in the comment section that her dialogue was phenomenal? You don't have to say the word phenomenal, but you can use whatever word that you so decide to choose to use. Thank you for your time, and we out of here. Deuces.